What's up, Chiefs fans? BJ Kissel here with another video for KC Sports Network. Done a couple of videos like this over the last couple of weeks. Seemed to like them, so I'm going to do another one. Breaking down the sequence of events that show that championship pedigree for the Kansas City Chiefs. And we saw it again play out in almost a similar fashion that we had the last couple of weeks, with Patrick Mahomes making key plays when he needs to, but it really being led by the defense. So the situation that we're going to start with right now, it's coming at halftime. Both teams go 3 and out. And then starting with the Raiders, and the Chiefs go 3 and out. On the ensuing punt, Josh Williams got a penalty. Raiders got the ball deep. Chiefs defense was able to hold them to just a field goal. It goes 17-13. Chiefs get the ball back. They get backed up on another couple of penalties, really putting them in a bad spot. After the Wanya Morris penalty was almost a safety. But let's play out the sequence of events that happened after this, where the Raiders seem to have some momentum, get a little pressure on Mahomes. Ball gets deflected, intercepted, almost returned all the way back for a touchdown, but he gets to the 3-yard line. So the Chiefs defense has to come right back out onto the field after holding the Raiders to a field goal, despite the Raiders getting the ball on their own, on the Chiefs 28-yard line. So they had to buck up in the red zone once. Now they got to turn around and do it again, with all the momentum at this point being on the Raiders side. You see the crowds going nuts. And shout out to the Chiefs fans who were at Allegiant. They were very loud. If you were there, shout out to you, hat tip. But on first down, Chiefs defense bucks up, keeps them out of the end zone, gets down to like the half-yard line, the 1-yard line. But again, it's the second level of the Chiefs defense, the defensive linemen, and the second level of the Chiefs defense, those linebackers, not giving an inch, not just allowing them to score, getting in your feels a little bit, all those reasons. You see it happen in the NFL all the time. You see it happen in football at any level. You see it in college football. They get down here and they get an easy end zone or an easy score, but these guys are locked in. They're executing their assignments, and then guys are stepping up and making plays. You see it right there with Drew Tranquill slicing into the backfield. But more so than that, you see look at all of those dudes involved in the play, pushing and not giving an inch. Again, it's the middle of the third quarter. You got Patrick Mahomes on your team. You know your offense, if they need to, is going to go down and score on the next drive. But right here, great play from Tranquill to get it started with the contact, and then all his buddies. Look at all those dudes in there giving their effort, trying to keep him out of the end zone. Just a phenomenal job. There's Derek Nottie. There's Turk Wharton. These guys are going to step up and be asked to make a play. And this fired me up when I was watching this live. Look at that defensive coordinator. Look at Steve Spagnuolo, how into this he is right now. I freeze framed it for a reason. Look how locked in that dude is. How can you not be excited if you're a fan watching this? And then if you're a fan of football, this is just a beautiful play. Leo Chanel setting the edge, doing his job, and allowing his buddies to slice in and do their job. I mean, Derek Nottie, Nick Bolton. I mean, everyone makes it. Drew Tranquill. You see Nick Bolton get off a block. Drew Tranquill makes a play. Spags is lined up for the next one. Mahomes is getting pumped. Leo Chanel knows he's the bad dude. She's worried, and she should be. But when you watch it, I'm going to play it a couple times, but you can watch Derek Nottie just driving his guy into the backfield. Chanel setting the edge. There's nowhere to go. And then Bolton getting off a block. See Bolton right here, getting off the block from 61, the right guard. Tranquill gets involved. Again, you can watch this a few different times, but just a beautiful football play. Bolton getting off, getting in there, making sure there's no second effort type score. And that's what you see a lot in the red zone. Not with the Chiefs defense, not with the guys playing as hard as they are right now. See, Mahomes getting warmed up. He knows what's about to happen. Antonio Pierce knows this is the game. Andy Reid's fired up, and the crowd is nervous. Fourth down play. How are they going to respond? Can they hold him? George Karlaftis goes all Superman. Turk Wharton comes around, makes the play. Chiefs still lead 17-13. Patrick Mahomes is fired up. And then, again, defense gives a big stand, but what's the offense going to do? They had just turned the ball over, hadn't really moved it. So Patrick Mahomes and the offense get the ball. What do? First third down. Patrick Mahomes scramble, does that little fake throw that, I don't know how much he moved the defender this time, but he did move him right there, gave him a little, call it a baby stiff arm. But everybody's locked into this game. People are fired up. You see Kareem Hunt, Max Crosby getting after it. I don't know what they're saying. I'm sure they're complimenting each other's game in a very nice, friendly way. But they do dab each other up because they're competitors. I don't like facing Max Crosby, but I can't help but respect him because the dude just gets after it. He's a fun dude to watch play. But another third down, same drive. Patrick Mahomes, a little lucky here that Xavier Worthy didn't catch the ball and that Noah Gray was in the right spot. But again, they're showing a graphic on CBS. His last 10 throws, 4-10 for 50 yards and an interception. But when it matters the most, 3rd and 12, early in the fourth quarter, leading by 4, you need to extend a drive, try to put some points on the board. He gives a little shimmy shake, whatever you want to call it, gets outside, Big time play from Patrick Mahomes in the biggest of moments again. I believe that's the third conversion on third down on this drive. Always seems to be just a little bit faster than whoever's chasing him, whether it's a defensive back, whether it's a linebacker, a defensive lineman. Patrick Mahomes is always just a little bit faster than whoever is chasing him. Another third down. This time they're basically in field goal range for Bucker, but on the outskirts of it, facing a 3rd and 4. And you got Mr. Old Reliable, Travis Kelce, across the middle for a chunk gain that puts him well and easy into field goal range right there. And while the Chiefs on this drive did not get into the end zone, this was a 19-play, 87-yard drive that took 9:43 off the clock. Mid to end of the third quarter, all the way into the middle of the fourth quarter, Chiefs drive all the way down with 4 conversions on third down from Patrick Mahomes. And again, his stats aren't going to light it up. It's not going to wow you with all that, but he is going to make the plays when it matters the most. And responding right after the defense did what they did, holding after the interception in a goal-to-go situation, offense gets it back, drive down, makes it a 7-point lead. So the Raiders get the ball back. How are they going to respond after they just went turnover on downs in a goal-to-go situation against their hated rival game? They were, some of their players talking a lot, and then Big 69, Mike Pennell, gets his hand on the ball or gets his hands around Gardner Minshew, who fumbles it. And then Drew Tranquill is the right guy in the right spot. Chiefs get the ball back in Raiders territory, up 7. They get the touchdown. They end up holding. Raiders got a touchdown later in this game to make it seem a little bit closer than it was. But it was this sequence of events that ended up making the difference and getting the Chiefs the victory in this game. So like we've talked about before, it's not about Patrick Mahomes' final stats. It's about him figuring out what he needs to do in that day to win a football game. He did it again. And it's because of that 19-play, 87-yard drive that ended with a field goal. But those 4 third down conversions on that drive showed why he is him and why this formula that the Chiefs are working with right now is getting it done in so many different ways. It's a lot of fun. Starts with the defense, though. Shout out to hat tip. Take your hat off. All the respect that you could possibly give to Steve Spagnuolo and those guys up front, because it's not one guy making a play. Every week we've done this. We've mentioned 3, 4, 5 different guys that have to make a play on first down, second down, third down. So it's a beautiful thing, and should really enjoy this because it's team football. It's complementary football. And it's a beautiful thing to watch if you love the sport. Appreciate you for watching. If you like the video, please hit that like and subscribe. We'll have plenty more content here at KCSN.